Anchoring is a form of cognitive bias inherent in each of us where we anchor our perspective based heavily on some form of initial information. This then influences future judgments based on placing too much value in that initial anchor. In our daily lives, anchoring locks us into the past rather than tuning us into the present. Anchoring is essentially a fancy way of saying we're stuck in the past. Not only are we stuck, but anchoring without awareness is also a surefire way to steal much of our joy in life. Here are a few personal examples where I've fallen into the anchoring trap, but hopefully you don't have to. Money. Most of us have a number, some financial target for where we'd like to be with our savings or maybe our retirement, 401k at various points throughout our lives. The company ING even ran a long-standing series of ads based on this tendency. They called it Everyone Has a Number. Anchoring plays a big role in this area of life, with the ups and downs, especially of the stock market, playing with our emotions. The market climbs, and then we anchor to that elevated number. But then we're disappointed with the number that we previously thought was right on target once the market settles back down to the trend line. Best-selling author and a former Catalyst 360 podcast guest, Morgan Housel, calls this moving the goalposts and identifies it as a major stumbling block to thriving. Athletics. I ran a 32:58 10K in my early 20s, which is just under 5:20 per mile pace. At age 58, I'm enjoying occasional races and will finish around 38 minutes between 6:10 and 6:15 pace per mile for that same 10K distance. If I anchor to my 20-year-old self, I'm a washed-up loser. If instead I release that decades-old anchor, I'm pretty encouraged. Grades. Our son earned straight A's all through high school and college on his way to medical school. Clearly much wiser than his dad, once he was accepted into med school, he effectively dropped the grades anchor. He understood the key was no longer grades, but truly and effectively absorbing the knowledge and understanding to care for his patients. His ability to drop the previously very important anchor has allowed him to focus on what matters most and enjoy the journey in the process. Perhaps it's worth considering where anchoring may be weighing you down. Anchors are a tremendous tool for securing a landing point from which to explore the world. However, when we forget to pull the anchor back onto the ship to move forward, they can tear us to pieces. Thanks for joining us for this special episode of the Catalyst 360 podcast. If you're an employer, EAP, or wellness service provider looking for a more meaningful approach to coaching, please visit catalystcoaching360.com. Plenty of information on how you can do so. And if you're an individual looking to pursue your certification as a health and wellness coach, catalystcoachinginstitute.com is the place to visit. Anytime you want to talk about any of these things, please reach out. Results at catalystcoaching360.com. And now it's time to be a catalyst. This is Catalyst Coaching 360's Dr. Brad Cooper. Make it a great rest of your day, and I'll speak with you soon on the next episode of the Catalyst 360 podcast.